I would love to be able to get all of this done in one shot. So, hello, people of the internet. My name is Crash the Party. It has been a while since I posted, like usual. But today I'm going to try to start a new series, which is a challenge series, and I came up with it myself. I was going through the Minecraft launcher. I've played Sky Factory a little bit, but I haven't really been playing all that much Minecraft. But I looked through the Minecraft launcher and saw all the alpha versions and the beta versions of the game, and I thought to myself, I think it would be kind of cool to go through all the versions of Minecraft and see what's changed. And so I have created a challenge series, and if you're reading the title of this video, you probably already know what it's called. It's called Minecraft History of the World Challenge. And this is going to be quite a long challenge from all of the stuff I have here, so let's get right into it. The goal of the History of the World Challenge is to play through most of the versions of Minecraft, starting all the way back in the alpha days. So I started with alpha 1.0.4. We'll get into all the versions in a little bit, but start with alpha 1.0.4 all the way up to release 1.12.2. So there's a lot of videos. So rule number one is you'll play in a different version of Minecraft for each episode of the series. So every single video will be a updated version of Minecraft. Rule number two is each episode must be recorded only for 1 hour. Episodes may make a highlight reel or show the episode in full. A live timer on screen is recommended but not required. I'm going to be doing a live timer, and so I have this nice little app which will allow me to start the countdown. And as you see in the top right, we have the countdown timer going down. Unfortunately, this timer has a function where I can play a sound at the end of the timer, but apparently that doesn't work. So, unfortunately, it's big enough on this screen. I'm gonna have to pay attention to it. But this is countdown timer, so everybody can see basically how long I've been going, because I'm probably gonna try to whittle down to highlights rather than do 1 hour recordings, because if I do 1 hour recordings, I will waste everyone's time, and that's not a good video. But that is rule number two. Rule number three, the exception to the second rule is when a moving day challenge is active, in which cases the recording will be for 2 hours. So instead of the 1 hour timer, it will be a 2 hour timer. You may split these into 2 episodes or have one long episode, and there are 3 versions where this happens. Beta 1.4_01, release 1.0, and release 1.7.2. So you'll have 4 houses at least by the end of the series. Rule number 4 is challenges must be completed by the end of the episode of the version stated in the challenge for full points. For example, by release 1.2.5 means that the challenge must be done before the 1 hour mark of the episode. So basically, for the first 2 challenges on the list of challenges, and there's going to be text file download in the description for anybody who wants to follow along with me. But there are 2 challenges that say by alpha 1.0.5. Alpha 1.0.5 is the second version, so after 2 hours of playing through, you should have those 2 challenges completed. Finishing a challenge in the next episode will award you 50% of the points, rounded down to integer values. For example, a 5-point challenge would be worth 2 points if completed in the next episode, while a 1-point challenge would be counted as 0 points. So this is just to give a little bit of extra points for people who were so close to completing a challenge currently, or in the correct episode. just couldn't do it. So it's not hard limits, but, well, I guess it is kind of a hard limit, because after one episode later, you get 0 points for it. But try to get as many of the challenges done as you can, and there's a total of 375 points across 82 versions of Minecraft. And I think, if I had my math correct, there's about 88 challenges. So then we have the version list. So we're going to be going through alpha versions 1.0.4, 1.0.5, 1.0.11, 1.0.14, 1.0.15, 1.0.16, 1.0.17_04, alpha 1.1.0, alpha 1.1.2, alpha 1.2.0, alpha 1.2.1, alpha 1.2.2b, alpha 1.2.3, alpha 1.2.4, alpha 1.2.5, and alpha 1.2.6. So there are about 16 versions going through the alpha. There are quite a few more in the alpha, but going through the older versions of Minecraft is a little bit difficult, and there's less additions in those smaller updates way back. So taking out a lot of filler episodes, basically. Then in the beta, we have beta 1.0, beta 1.1, beta 1.2, beta 1.3, beta 1.4, and beta 1.4 is the first moving day challenge. So you'll be moving houses, and I'll talk a little bit more about moving day challenge at the end because I forgot one thing. But then we have beta 1.5, then beta 1.6, beta 1.6.1, 1.6.2, 1.6.3, 1.6.4, 1.6.5, and 1.6.6. Then also beta 1.7, 1.7.2, 1.7.3, 1.8, and 1.8.1. None of the pre-release stuff for release 1.0. That will all be handled in 1.0. And so, for quite a few of those, I started off saying the underscore stuff, but I stopped saying that. So there are a little bit of differences between the alpha and beta underscore versions. So, like I said, there will be a link to the text file in the description to take a look at what the exact versions are. But then, finally, we have all the release versions. So these are all the release versions that are available on the Minecraft launcher, and I am not going to go through all of them because there's close to 50 of them. But a few notable exceptions are in 1.8. There are not all 10 releases, there are only 6. And really, the release versions on these don't matter as much because besides the main release, there were only small bug fixes in all the rest of them. So you can do whatever release versions you want, but for the text file's sake, it's 1.8, 1.8.1, 1.8.3, 1.8.4, 1.8.8, and 1.8.9. And then, besides that, all of the other releases are in the launcher and in the text file down below. And then we have the list of challenges. Like I said before, there are about 88 challenges. And so, there's a lot to go through here. I'd rather keep my voice for playing the actual episode, so I'm gonna cut that short. Before the moving day challenge, in order for the moving day challenge to be completed, you must move your house 1,000 blocks away from your previous house. And in the 1.7.2 moving day part 3, you're supposed to move your house into a new biome, so that would be either savanna or mesa or sunflower plains or mega taiga, any one of those. So you're supposed to move it 1,000 blocks away from your current house. So just to get further away, it's also to help a little bit with the other challenges so that you're closer to whole bunch of new generation, especially helpful for trying to find monuments or woodland mansions, etc. But that is the challenge currently. So leave a like on the video if you want to see the challenge completed. Leave a comment if you have any concerns or questions on it, or if you want to do it yourself. And make sure to subscribe if you want to see the challenge. And with that, I am going to go. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all in the first episode. Goodbye.